And what do you have to say, Swamiji, about the politics that is happening around it? Has Ram now become the focal point in political discourse in India?
Um, there may be a political agenda. To be clear, politics is present in all human interactions. So it is not unusual if a political agenda is also involved in Ayodhya. And I don't blame or find fault with it. Even the building of a mosque in Ayodhya, the birthplace of Lord Ram, had a political agenda. So I don't deny the political aspect of the whole process that led to the unfoldment of the Ram Mandir. Nevertheless, it gives a tremendous moral and spiritual boost to the vast majority of this country. And that's most important. So, secularism is a subjective outlook. It's an attitude, an inner growth that becomes inseparable from your inner self. Unless you gain that inner vision, you can only be a pseudo-secularist, even when you speak flowery words about secularism. So, as I said before, it's not a question whether there is a political agenda or not, but it really, really inspires people because Lord Ram is part and parcel of Indian culture, and people's spiritual and moral mind is boosted. So that creates a balance in society. Because it's only not materialism or intellectualism that we need to focus on. We also need to focus on the emotional and spiritual needs of the people. So this takes care of that.
There's often a debate on the North-South divide, and it comes to fore on this issue as well. But perhaps you can throw more light on the pan-India appeal of Sri Ram and about, his Vanvas, that journey from Ayodhya to Chitrakoot to Panchvati and to Karnataka and finally Rameshwaram.
Yeah, Lord Ram doesn't belong to a certain place, a certain territory, or a certain city. Because when we speak about Lord Ram, we are actually speaking about the qualities of that person, not just the physical form that belong to a certain territory or a certain country or a certain city. The qualities Rama embodied, that he practiced, is universal. They're all universal. Peace is universal. Compassion is universal. Equal vision is universal. Love is universal. So those were the qualities that Ram manifested, practiced, whether he was in Ayodhya or he was in the forest or even in the battlefront while confronting Ravana. So those qualities cannot be limited to a certain area or a certain place or a certain country. So that's the relevance of Lord Rama.
Well, the government of India had appointed Amma as the chair of Civil 20, which is an official engagement group of the G20. And the G20 was quite successful, with India establishing itself as one of the most reliable countries in the world. Now, do you think India has been successful in giving an international platform to the humanitarian and non-government or non-business voices?
Certainly. C20, India showed an exceptional level of engagement with the civil society during its historic gathering, which involved participation from 154 countries. And this gathering consisted of over 12,000 events held in almost every state of India and many abroad, including policy discussions and mass outreach events conducted both in person and online. The engagement extended to over 6,000 CSOs and organizations, which marked a tenfold increase from previous years. Within a short span of just 9 months, C20 India reached out to more than 4.5 million people. The groundbreaking efforts of C20 India highlighted its unparalleled commitment to civil society, resulting in tangible outcomes such as a 240-page policy pack, 60 white papers, and a worldwide grassroots survey conducted across 43 countries. So under C20, under Amma's guidance, truly inspired the participants to G20's theme, emphasizing global unity. That is, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, the world is one family, one earth, one future.
Since religion and faith are personal, That's perhaps the reason why everybody is defining Ram based on what they know and how they perceive things. What does Ram mean to you?
Ram is exactly what Amma said. I think Amma said heaven is on earth itself, not anywhere else. We can only enjoy it if we sustain dharma. So I believe that Rama was the embodiment of dharma. And, dharma, the word dharma refers to the universal law that governs everything, which can be simplified as living in harmony with nature. To sustain the world and humanity, we need to reshape our lives according to what nature demands. Although scientists and climate change experts advocate reducing our carbon footprint and greenhouse gas emissions, a change in people's attitude is also crucial. So dharma happens when we obey the laws of nature, and it should start from the house, because laws, that's where we can create the right atmosphere for dharma's growth to happen within each person. And Amma says that if we want a lasting solution to the issues humanity faces now and in the future, then we should be willing to change our internal climate along with the external changes. The changes occurring in the external environment, such as global warming or climate change, reflect the harsh climate in our minds. So that change is dharma. And dharma is when we attune our minds with the universal mind.
Well, Swamiji, thank you very much for joining us. The viewpoints and the thoughts of the spiritual gurus also does not seem to be dousing the political fire, which is only raging as we near the consecration ceremony. Thank you very much, Swamiji. With that, thank you to viewers as well for watching us.